Secret Service isn't always the
oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
We're okay with that.
Alright, we'll just have you hold here. We'll let Secret Service go. You will.
She has rainbow shirts on. I'm sorry. She was at that table. 20 minutes I can be in here. Because I know it.
Yours, man?
I'm here because I don't think any politicians should be able to come into the city without understanding that they're complicit in this genocide. Kamala Harris and Biden's ceasefire is really just lip service, and what they really need to do is stop arming Israel, because while they say they care about civilians, they keep giving billions of dollars to a genocidal state.
Why do they deny that it's a genocide?
Well, I think it's just part of their political game of trying to justify settler colonial genocide when they don't realize that 40,000 people dead is a genocide, that innocent children are being killed and murdered every day, that Palestinian children are actually the ones being beheaded, that, you know, Israel has one of the biggest armies in the whole world, and yet it's just a part of their propaganda.
How do you feel about the fact the United States is spending money, billions of dollars, for this genocide?
I think it needs to stop immediately. I think we need to start funding reconstruction of Gaza, and we need to hold Israel accountable for the genocide that it's continuously doing. We can't keep sending money to Israel. That is what we're here for. That is the only way that Biden will be able to actually back up his words of wanting a ceasefire. Otherwise, how are you going to call for a ceasefire if you keep arming the oppressor?
And what do you think of the political choices, Biden and Trump, the two primary candidates?
I think it's an irrelevant question. I think what we need to do right now is literally just all eyes on Rafah, all eyes on Palestine. Doesn't matter, they're both war profiteers. What we need to focus our energy on is stopping the genocide, and that's all that really matters right now.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine! Free, free, free Palestine!
We send so much money to the Israeli state, and we're underfunding our education here in San Francisco. So it's completely unacceptable. Why are we killing kids across the world when we can't even educate our kids here at home?
It seems like they have unlimited funding for military.
Yes, they do. They just keep upping it every year, and they just up these racist-ass police budget this year too. It's bigger than it's ever been. For what? So they can push us back? So we can't tell Kamala Harris that she's killing kids? That's ridiculous.
And they're talking about shutting down schools in San Francisco.
They are, because they're claiming that they have a budget crisis. Again, it's clear what the priorities are. They want to fund the police so they can kill us and kick us and do whatever, and they don't want to fund our kids' education.
Why are they doing that?
Why are they doing that? Because it's a capitalist system, and because they protect all the people with money. And they don't care about educating the kids who don't have money. That's really what it is. And if you look up there, they got Secret Service up on top of that building right now, observing us, because they're afraid. They're afraid because their system's falling down.
What do you think the unions should be doing about this? What do you think the unions, the labor movement, should be doing?
I've been honestly really frustrated with UESF because they say a lot of nice things. They say free Palestine, they say whatever. But when it comes to actually supporting their own teachers and the rank and file, they don't always follow through. So specifically, we hosted a teach-in recently, and we tried to get the union's official support, and they said, no, we're not going to support that. So I think the unions need to really step up and not be afraid of challenging Biden because the base is moving.
And Randy Weingarten, the president of AFT, has supported Israel. She's a Zionist.
Yeah.
There's going to be a convention of the AFT. Is there going to be people going there to raise this issue at the convention?
Yeah, I think people are going, and they got to get them out. We can't have people supporting genocide in the union. That's not what we're for. We're for working people.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Here we're in front of an event at the chapel in SF for, I guess it's a fundraising event for Vice President Kamala Harris. She's obviously complicit in all that's been happening to Gaza and all the bombs that are being dropped, and she's from here, but she's not welcome here. So we're just here to make some noise and make sure she doesn't go anywhere in any form of peace. We need to pressure her constantly, obviously.
And the U.S. government is not saying that there's genocide taking place. They're continuing to send arms. What do you think about the fact that the government is basically saying continue to fund Israel militarily?
Well, I mean, it's not surprising, and obviously they need to be convicted. You know, Biden, just as like Netanyahu and Gallant, need to be arrested and tried in an international court, because they're just as much part of this. We're not surprised. The U.S. is an imperialist country, and they need to be stopped.
Spray, OC, and CS, which may inflict significant pain or result in serious injury.
Water fountains are bagged over because the water is full of lead. When Kamala Harris was the DA, instead of fighting to fix the schools, she was fighting to arrest parents whose kids didn't show up. President Harris, you can't hide. President Harris, you can't hide. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide.
We're out here protesting Kamala Harris's visit here in San Francisco and earlier in Oakland. We will not sit idly by as the vice president of this country is part and parcel of supporting a regime in Israel that is committing genocide against the Palestinian people. So we're out here to demand an end to U.S. aid to Israel, an immediate ceasefire now, and for the Palestinian people to have a life free of occupation, of militarism, and of Zionism.
And do you think President Biden and Kamala Harris themselves are responsible for war crimes by supporting Israel?
Absolutely. They are funding this genocide directly. They are funding this genocide directly. And by providing military weapons, by providing military aid, and billions of dollars have gone to the Israeli massacre of Palestinians, so we demand an end. They are as complicit as the government of Israel.
What can people in the United States do to stop this? Because it seems like both Republicans and Democrats, the Republicans are saying that IDF American citizens can go there and fight for the Israelis.
Yeah, we have to continue organizing. We have to continue on putting pressure. We have to continue to stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people. And it's important for us to take action both locally, daily, in our communities, as well as putting pressure on decision makers. A very easy thing that people can do is to participate and get engaged in the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, to refuse to buy products that are complicit in this genocide, that are participating in this genocide, and to put pressure on corporations as well as institutions that are dealing with Israeli institutions.
And the Democratic Party runs San Francisco, they run California. What about the Democratic Party politicians who are supporting this? London Breed was opposed to the resolution on the ceasefire.
Yeah, it's going to be very important for us, come November, to show that we are not going to be supporting any candidates, any politicians that have not called for a ceasefire and that are supporting this genocide.
Are you worried about the rise of fascism in the United States? Because former President Trump has said he would arrest Palestinians. He would arrest anybody who's demonstrating on the campuses and that kind of thing, throw them in jail, deport them. You think there's a danger of fascism in this country?
I mean, I think we're seeing it already, right? We are seeing what is happening to the student protesters across the country that are being met with extreme police repression and violence. They're being arrested, they're being brutalized, right? And I'm not sure what else President Trump would do to those protesters that under Biden hasn't already happened, right? And so it's important for us to fight the rising tide of fascism, starting with the extreme fascist right-wing government of Israel.
You think Kamala Harris is a baby killer?
I think the Biden administration is very complicit in killing women, babies, and children, and everyone else in Palestine. And so, yes, she is a baby killer.
Why is the United States continuing to fund Israel, even though most countries of the world are saying that it's a genocide?
That's a good question, and I think a lot of people have been asking that question. Obviously, there's a long, long history dating back to 1941, where the United States decided that they would be the primary protectors of the state of Israel and Palestine. And that system of government hasn't changed since. It's only gotten worse. The increase of weapon support has just been phenomenal since then. And yeah, it's sad.
Just shameful that Kamala Harris, being from the Bay Area, is representing a regime in the U.S. government that is supporting and funding and arming this genocide of our people. So we're here to say, not in our name, not with our tax dollars, and not in San Francisco today, Kamala.
And genocide, the U.S. government refused to use that word, yet thousands and thousands of people have been killed. Why isn't the U.S. government recognizing what everybody in the world is recognizing?
Because they are deeply attached to this Zionist project. They are one and the same. The U.S. government is part of this imperialist project with the Zionist regime and the Zionist entity. They have the same interests, same goals, and we're here to disrupt all of that.
What should Americans do about this?
They should protest everywhere and every chance they get, divest, boycott, and sanction until Palestine is free.
There's actually alternatives to Trump and Biden for your minds. Stop funding genocide! Stop funding genocide!
So why are they funding this genocide?
You're allowing children to be killed! You rape children's books! Shame on you,
Shame! So, Kamala Biden, they are supporting this genocide for the idea of Jewish safety, but we know that is a fucking lie. That is a fucking lie. How dare you? How dare you use the idea of our safety to slaughter youth like me? How dare you? As of October 7th, 40% of the population of Gaza was 18 or under. No more money for Israel's crime! No more money for Israel's crime! Not another nickel, not another dime! Not another nickel, not another dime! No more money for Israel's crime! No more money for Israel's crime! The nerve! We see through what this is, because it's not about safety. It's not about safety for me. It's not about safety for anyone. It's a resource grab. It is for oil. It is for gas. It is to make them richer. It has nothing to do with your safety. You know, a previous speaker mentioned this. If they cared about a ceasefire, if they cared about lives, they cared about humanity, they could have ended this with a phone call. Any time in the last 8 months, they could have stopped funding it. They could have not sent another $14 billion in aid. But what did they do? There are anti-Zionist Jews before me. There will be more after me, generation to generation, the door by door. We are going to keep fighting against Zionism.
Choose between one person who is openly genocidal and another who folk. Say, I am Jewish and I do not support this. Yes. Queer folks have said, I am queer. And I do feel safe with Arabs, with Palestinians.
Every second of this genocide was their choice. Shame! Joe Biden claimed that he had a red line, but the recent days have shown that there is no amount of violence, there is no amount of Palestinian death that will be too much for Joe and Kamala Harris. Shame! That's why if Joe Biden does not have a red line, we will make it for him. Say it with me. Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
We are the red line.
We are the red line.
Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
We are the red line.
We are the red line.
Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
Biden, Harris, grow a spine.
Stop funding genocide.
Stop funding genocide.
Stop funding genocide.
Stop funding genocide. Stop funding genocide. Stop funding genocide. Stop funding genocide. Stop funding genocide.
Please give it up for our next speaker, a Palestinian organizer, educator, African and Palestinian trans drag artist, Mama Ganoush!
Hello everyone, I am Mama Ganoush. I am trans, I am Palestinian, and I have family right now that are dying because of the Biden administration. Few weeks ago, after losing 211 family members killed by American weapons funded by the Biden and the Kamala Harris administration. After 211 were killed by American weapons and aid to Israel, I tried to figure out how to get my fucking family out of Palestine for the third time in a genocide. My family, part of my family is not from Gaza. They were displaced to Gaza in 1948 in the Nakba. In 1967, they were displaced again. My family was looking for shelter. I raised so much money because of the American administration limits so much financial aid to Palestinians. I suffered so much. It cost $5,000 to save a Palestinian to go to the Palestinian border and cross to Egypt. I had to go a full 2 days figuring out who should I prioritize. Who should I prioritize from the 35 people that are left of my father's family? Who do I fucking prioritize? Who do I prioritize to save? And after figuring out how to do that, this is so fucking tough. I got 7 people out, 7 children and their mother out. The rest of my family went to the Rafah borders to wait for a safe passage. And then guess what happened? The Rafah border was blocked. The Rafah border was blocked, and my family now are starved to death in Palestine. And why is that? Why is that? This is because of these people funding genocide right here. You're baby killers! Shame on you, you baby killers! 211 killed, 200,000 Palestinians killed. But I'm not worried about my people. I'm worried about this country. My people, our dead are martyrs and our living are heroes. We're Palestinians. Our people are martyrs and our living are heroes. What you have a problem with is American citizens. You are not free. Your democracy is not free. And why is that? Because of these funders.
You're raising millions dead. 15,000 children dead. You're raising millions dead. 16,000 children dead. We charge you with genocide. We charge you with genocide. Free, free, free Palestine. Free, free, free Palestine. I believe that's never seen your gun will be in.